Hey guys, welcome back to the vlog. I am trying to get back into my habit, I guess, of vlogging, and I just don't pick up the camera as much as I used to. It doesn't feel as like second nature to me, and I used to be so good at it. So I've kind of been recording clips here and there. Like, I record a lot of clips like this that you guys never see, and I'm basically just trying to get back into the swing of it. And I just turned on someone's vlog, and I was like really enjoying how casual hers was, and she was just like sitting down talking, getting ready for the day, like a little catch up. And I thought, you know, I should do that. And it's like 4:40 now, which normally would be like closer to the end of the day, but I think Jake is working a little bit later today, and I still have some things to get done, so I'm still in the middle of my work day. But like today, for example, I didn't like do my makeup or my hair. I just kind of like started with my day, which I do like probably half the time. But if I'm feeling like I need a boost in my day, like I do right now, I like will stop and get ready, and then it kind of like helps me power through again. I don't know, I think it's just a good like pausing routine. Plus I definitely like work better when I feel like my best self. So I thought I would do my makeup and catch up with you guys a little bit. If you're curious, what I just put on was Tarte Shape Tape, literally everyone's favorite concealer. I use the color Light Neutral, and then I use this gigantic Real Techniques sponge that Casey Holmes uses. And when I first got it, I was like, this is so big, why did I buy this? But now I can't really see myself using the small ones. So this is like not a Real Techniques brand one, it's just an off brand, but it does get bigger when it's wet, but like it's so small compared to this guy. You can see the difference. So yeah, I'm not gonna talk about like makeup this entire video. That's not like what I usually talk about, but I have been really enjoying skipping foundation as part of my routine for the summer. I probably should turn down the ISO a little bit because I'm looking real bright. There we go. I've just been totally skipping foundation because for, I want to say like 2 weeks, I've really been enjoying doing my makeup lately, like more than ever. It's just like really fun for me lately. But for about 2 weeks, I was wearing like full concealer, foundation, highlighter, bronzer, blush, like for skin, and then of course like brows and everything else. And it was like really aging me, I think. Like it just looked really cakey. And I think that I was using this e.l.f. bronzer, and it's shimmery, and I was using it on my whole face, and highlighting my whole face was not working for me either. It was making my face look heavy, like overweight, because I wasn't like accenting any points. It was just like my whole face was shiny. So I have switched, and I've only been doing the Shape Tape concealer and then everything else, powder and whatever. And I'll usually decide, like depending on the day, if I want to do bronzer and blush and all that. I have been doing bronzer, and I've been using this Hoola bronzer that I've never tried before, but everyone raves about it, so I'm glad I finally tried it because I do like it. It is so pigmented, you need like barely any. I have been doing bronzer every day because I think my concealer powder combo is a little bit light for me. I think you can tell, like the bronzer is more like my real skin tone compared to my face. Oh shoot, I forgot to put my sunscreen on underneath this. I got this Coola Sport sunscreen in a PR package from Kind Bars, like Kind Snacks. Oh my gosh, why aren't you focusing? And it's this sport white tea one, and smells fantastic. I guess I'm fine without sunscreen today because it's raining today, but it's really lightweight. It's actually like a moisturizer sunscreen, and it's SPF 50, and when you're sweating, like I wore this when I worked out, the scent comes out, and it's white tea, so it smells very gentle. So I am a fan. But I'm just gonna talk to you a little bit while I finish getting ready, and then hopefully I will feel like rejuvenated or re-energized to keep working. And I will still tell you what products I'm using as I go. But yeah, the last couple things I need to do for the day, I have a couple emails to send out. I feel like that's a daily challenge probably for all of us, but I try to always like batch them and do them all in one sitting and get in an environment that I enjoy. So today I answered all my emails out on the porch outside my studio, and it was really lovely because I ran into some friends and it was rainy, but I was protected under there, and I just like didn't listen to music or anything. Oh, by the way, I just used this Physicians Formula Happy Booster blush in natural, except I wish I would have gotten it's like the butter blush, and I wish I would have got that because I was looking at it in the store and I was like, oh, I don't think I've ever heard anyone talk about that one, so I'm not gonna get it. And I swear, right after I watched that video, I saw every beauty vlogger that I like talking about that blush, raving about it. So should have got that one, but this one's okay. I don't think the colors are perfect for me, but whatever. So it was just a really lovely morning. I didn't listen to music, I just listened to the birds and just like the sounds of like people walking their dogs and everything. So that was really nice. So I got most of my emails done, but then of course more come in the afternoon. I have heard that tip before, that you should like do emails at 2 times a day, and usually people say like 9 p.m. or 9 a.m. and then 4 a.m. Why can't I talk? I cannot talk and do 2 things. 9 a.m. and 4 p.m., which I think is a pretty good advice, but sometimes I end up being in my inbox like all day or having it open, which I feel like is like a big no-no for like productivity and stuff. But honestly, sometimes just how the day goes and I need to be in there all day. So today I'm gonna get some more emails done. I have a few orders to work on and place with my printer. And then I have 2 projects I need to do, like little mini projects. I need to send a quote for a mural painting in Phoenix. And then I need to do some mock-up sketches for a large-scale commission that's like really big, like 7 feet by 4 feet, which is like basically mural size, but we're hoping that we're gonna do the painting on metal. How did I accidentally get so like, I think that even the Hula bronzer I use, or maybe it's my powder, I don't know, is still pretty glowy. My forehead's really glowy right now. Maybe I need to change other parts of my routine besides just that e.l.f. bronzer. I'm not really sure. So I'm gonna do some mock-up sketches for that. And so if I get those things done today, I'll be feeling really good. I did get some painting in today too, because I rearranged my studio space. I was kind of looking at it and I have 3 different work tables in my studio, in my Minneapolis studio, I should say. That's where I am right now. I'm working here for the summer just because it's so beautiful. But I was looking around and I have 3 work tables. By the way, if you're curious, for my highlight on my brow bone and my face, I used this shade in the City Mini palette by Maybelline. Obviously, this is my favorite shade. And it's a really great shade. And then I just used the NYX eyebrow cake powder. I never noticed it was called cake powder. How funny. I use that for my brows in the darkest shade to just a little bit of brown shadow to open my eyes a little bit. And I just use that same shadow in here. This is like not a perfect makeup routine today. It's just something quick. And so I feel a little more put together. But anyway, I have 3 work tables and I was looking at them and like all 3 of them had junk on them. One of them I cleaned off yesterday, and then the other 2 I realized I really could rearrange the whole room if I just moved some pieces around and put some things away. So I did that. I'll insert the little clip here I recorded for my Instagram story. By the way, if you guys like vlogs, I don't always post them here, but I basically daily vlog on my Instagram story. So if you find me there at Paige Poppe, I do it. And then I've been using the IGTV feature too for like some longer stuff, which I enjoy. I think the biggest challenge is just figuring out like, oh, what should be on my YouTube channel, what should be on my IGTV channel, what should be on my story. It's always kind of like a challenge to figure out like where everything should go. The mascara I'm using, by the way, is this Estee Lauder Sumptuous Extreme, and I do really like this mascara. I was kind of in the thought process that like any mascara was good for me. Like I was using this Maybelline Big Colossal for a while, and I was also using this Tarte Lights Camera Lashes. I got this in like a little bundle that I got, and these are great too. And I was kind of thinking like mascara didn't matter for me because my eyelashes are pretty naturally long and pretty full. So I feel lucky that I don't have to pay for eyelash extensions. But I will say I think that this Estee Lauder one gives you a little more extra something than the other brands I've tried. So I've been sticking with it. This is still my first tube I've had for a long time. And I got it at the same time that my mom got a new tube because this is kind of like her go-to. And she's already switched, I think, to a new tube. But I'm still working my first one because I kind of like when it gets dry. But I do have one in the box ready to go as soon as this one dies on me. So I think that shows that I really like it. But my whole point of all that I was just saying was I rearranged my tables and I have so much more workspace, and I wrote in the caption like sometimes you need to make space. People say like you need to make space for your creativity, make space for your art, and I think usually that means like mental space or head space or making time. Pick the tripod. This tripod is not as good as it used to be. It's kind of broken. But sometimes you have to make actual physical space, and that's what I did today. So rearranging gave me like all my clean work tables, and I really feel like sometimes if I don't have like a free space to just pull out a piece of paper and start making a painting, I don't. Like I feel held back because there's a barrier there of having to like clean in between. So I feel like anytime you can minimize the amount of like barriers you have in between you and art making, or maybe even like this could apply to like a lot of things, like you and working out. Like if you feel like you never can work out, you should like lay out your clothes and your water and have your shoes ready, and then you don't really have any like barriers in your way. Same thing with art. So as soon as I cleared it off today, I made like 3 new originals and it felt really good. So I don't think I had painted in a few days because I've been working on some other creative projects. So it felt really nice to make that space. And no joke, I have been wanting to record a video like this where I'm getting ready and I talk to you guys just so I can talk about this product. I like randomly got this when I was in Orange County at Ulta for my friend's wedding, like the day before. I needed a few things, like some makeup, and my lips were like really flaky. I think because I had been bopping around between like Arizona, California, Minnesota, and it was kind of like being rough on my skin maybe with a different climate. I'm not really sure. It doesn't usually happen to me. But I picked up this Tree Hut Sugar Lips lip scrub. And the flavor is sweet mint. It tastes so good. You actually, like after you use it, you can just lick it off because it's just real sugar, which I find really cool. But I've been wanting to talk about this because like I feel like it like makes my makeup look every day. It just like pulls out my natural lip color. My lips are like pretty dark naturally, and then I usually take a towel, but I like can't get over there. Is there one down here I can use? Yeah. I usually take a towel and rub it all off and then pull some of that color out. And it's not coming up on camera as dark as they are in person, but that scrub I feel like just brings out like natural rosiness, and then I don't even need a lip color, and I feel like it always just like makes my face pop. It's very nice. So yeah, I'm like really a fan of that. I don't know, maybe I'm like blown away by it because I never have used a sugar scrub before for my lips. It's just not something I've ever purchased. So I don't know. I just literally every day I use this, I'm like, I should make a video and talk about how great this is because it's really good. Just touch up my hair a little bit. You guys can see my art here that I have in the background. I don't even have to hang this because I can stick it in this molding here that's so old. This is a print on metal of a Peter Max painting, and I love it right there. He's one of my favorite artists. I learned about him when I was a kid, and I became obsessed with his work because it was all rainbow at the time. But now that I'm older, of course, and can appreciate the style of his artwork, and I can notice all the strokes and see like repeating themes in his work, I have even more appreciation for it. So I love this is here, and it's like around this corner so you don't see it and you're like, oh, cool. Like sometimes I forget it's there. It's just a nice little surprise. As soon as I finish this, I will bring you guys into my studio and I will show you what I'm talking about with the rearranging of things, and I will show you the pieces I made. I hope you guys are enjoying this video. I love watching just like chatty videos, so I thought I would contribute my own today. Okay, I normally don't do my hair so straight. I feel like I need a little bit of curls. Okay, we are all done. There we go. I just feel so much better after I get ready, you know? Okay, back in the studio, and now you can see what I was talking about. So my tables were really shifted this way, just like over time. When I sit at this one, I push and push and push it like inch by inch every day. So I didn't even notice it had moved, but the desks should really be like centered under this window. They're still a little bit too far this way, but it's fine. So now I actually can walk in between here because I was always like squeezing myself in, and my printer's over here. I was able to bring this large painting in that I had sitting on another wall, and it's so much more breathable now. I really was kind of just like getting in my own way is the best way to describe it. So I usually always have that as my computer desk, but I do feel like since I clear everything off that I can really pull anything off and just start making art on any of the tables now. So I have this one, and then I have this one right here, and it kind of has some stuff on it right now. I try to keep that one really open too, because literally if these three feel open, I feel more open to making art, if that makes sense. So then I was able to come over here today and just jam out on some paintings. And I think that's such an important part of the process because I didn't even have these concepts in mind today for these pieces, and I pulled out like the supplies I wanted. I knew I wanted to use watercolor paper and pink, and I pulled out this like pink new crayon thing I have. And then I looked over here and I have this new painting I made right here with this eagle that I added, and I was like, maybe I'll do like some sort of eagle painting. This corner is looking kind of cute right now, don't you think? Just because it's full of so much art. There's like even more down here, if you can see. So it inspired me to come over here and make some pink. So it inspired me to come over here and make a pink eagle painting. Here you can see those pieces I was working on. So just look at this, just like being able to walk right up here and start making art is so awesome. And I also really want to keep this open so I can film more flat lay stuff for like Instagram, IGTV, all of the things. I actually think, because this tripod is kind of frustrating me that I'm using right now, it doesn't really operate as well as it used to because some of the pieces broke off of it and it's like not fixable. And I think I've had this same tripod before. Maybe it's like another version, but I've had the same break happen before, and I found one on like some sort of like mobile tripod website, and it's a tabletop one that is like guaranteed to like be straight and flat, because my issue with the one I'm using now is it doesn't always record flat when I do like flat lay filming. So anyway, all of that to say that I think this will be great now, so I have more of a designated spot. But I did some paintings, just came in and did some different ones. I did a quail piece, an eye piece, but the biggest thing was these all kind of go together with the type of mark making and line weight I used, and they have a lot of energy. So this feels really good. I'm really happy with that change. Yesterday was more of a studio cleaning day, and then today I did the arrangement to make it just feel good. And over time, there's like things I want to keep improving on in here. I always talk about like one day painting, but for me, the green has kind of started to grow on me, and I kind of like it for having like a colored background for photos or product photos. But the other big thing I want to tackle is eventually I want to change out the way this shelving is. And I found some cool ideas in a magazine that I want to do. But the issue is that those ideas are all like covered storage. So they're like solid and you can't see in. And I really love having clear bins to just be able to grab things, but maybe I feel like maybe that's something I'm telling myself is like, oh, you're using these clear bins, but in my head I know where everything is, so maybe I don't need that. But overall, I would just like to have a new solution so this doesn't look so messy. And I don't know, I think I could make something that inspires me a little bit more, because right now it's getting to be kind of like there's just like a pile of things here. This is meant to be organized and it's not even right now, so I definitely need like a better solution. Maybe like those clear acrylic drawers that people use for makeup, I think would be so cute. Those just like, in my opinion, are so overpriced. Like each one is like $120 or something. Ooh, the sun came out. Did it? Yes, the sun came out. I'm so happy. It's been kind of rainy today. But yeah, eventually something will change here. So that's it, guys. Those are the main things I wanted to share with you today. I do feel energized now that I chatted with you for a bit and got ready. So I'm gonna sit here and do those tasks I mentioned, and then we will see what else, if I have any new inspiration or anything. It's like I said, it's July 3rd, and I really try to use my summer to prep for fall and holiday because it's my craziest time, and I really think it's a time where I can be creative, and then when I'm in fall and holiday I can kind of just focus on the business. But it's kind of hard to do when it's so far out, so I feel like I keep having a lot of ideas and I'm trying to like bring it back to center and be like, okay, let's focus on what's coming for the year. So I'm trying. All right, so that's it. I'm gonna get to work. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed having kind of an informal check-in. I just felt like it was overdue. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear from you always. And until my next video, I'm sending all of my positive and creative vibes your way. Bye.